Hey guys, welcome back to Hands On channel. Today we're going to go ahead and change out the lower rear engine mount on this 2007 Toyota Matrix. And it's way down in there in the dark right now, but I'm going to get a light up here and light it up for you guys. And the first thing we're going to need to do is extract the bolt that runs through the bracket that connects to the engine and the bracket that connects to the motor mount. So we'll have to take that center bolt out first, and then we'll go down below and remove the lower bolts. So stay tuned, we'll get set up, and when I come back, we'll work on that bolt. All right, we're gonna go after this lower rear motor mount, and as you can see, I've got it's a 18 millimeter, although it fits it a little sloppy. I may have to see if a standard will fit it a little better, but I'm gonna try this to start with, and see if we can get the impact driver to pull it out of here. Nope, doesn't look like it. I'm gonna have to at least break it free with a ratchet to start with. And it's gonna be in there super tight. Okay, I can kind of tell I'm probably gonna have to get a cheater bar on this thing to break it loose. But I wanted to show you that you can get down in there. Okay, you can probably see there's just enough room to get my cheater bar in there and give me about 4 inches or so of leverage on it. So I'm going to try to get it going with that. When we come back, if I break that loose, I tried the impact again, and also I wanted to say that I ended up using an 11/16 socket. It fitted a lot better than the 18 mil that I had on there to begin with. So I don't know why, but this particular bolt likes an 11/16. So you might try that if your 18 feels a little loose. So when we come back, hopefully I'll have that thing broken free. Okay, I was able to break it free, so now I'm gonna just put the impact down in here and hopefully zip it the rest of the way out fairly easily. Get these wires out of my way. I just want to make sure that I don't run myself into the frame or something over here. I don't know how long-winded that bolt is. I'm trying to get you guys the best shot of it here. That's probably as good as we're gonna get. Okay, cool. Okay, it's free. I can get my impact out. And now we just extract that bolt. Okay. And I did put a little tension or a little pressure on the jack down below and just lift it up just a little bit in case that was what was binding up the bolt, but that wasn't it. So we've got that bolt out. We're going to save that. We'll need to use that again for the new motor mount. So we're going to set that aside, and when we come back, we'll be down on the bottom side to break those bottom bolts loose. Okay, we're in underneath the car here, and as you can see, I've got the transmission. I don't really have a lot of tension on it, just enough to raise it up off of that motor mount a little bit, just to relieve the tension. So next up, if you look at this cross member here, you've got these 2 bolts here. There's a couple of nuts up inside of there. That's the back side of this engine mount. And I believe it's this one and this one. Okay, so it should be these 2 and these 2 are your mounting areas. And I checked it out here. Let's see what we've got. This one is actually a 14 mil. We're going to attempt to break these free with the impact. I didn't have any luck on the top side, but hopefully it'll work out down here. That one came out and slung crap all over me. I wasn't expecting that. Hopefully it didn't get on the camera. Okay, that sucked. I'm not sure why it was holding water there, but it was. And I'm going to need an extension for that one. Let's go ahead and see if this one will break free. Nope, but that old nasty one fell out on me. So I'm going to stick that in the tray here so I don't lose it. And looks like we're going to have to get hairy with that one. So we'll get the extension out and the ratchet and the breaker bar. That top one, it was a real bear to get out of there. If I hadn't had the breaker bar, I don't know if I could have got it done. So okay, those might be a different size there. Okay, so we're going to grab the breaker bar and try to break that free. Have to set you down over here for a second. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Now I'm going to have to look up in here and see what size these rear ones are. Well, I may need a deep well. That may be the problem. Yeah, it is a 14 mil. It's just I needed a deep well to get up there to it, but I'm going to try to do it without the deep well. I'm just using the socket here. But I'm going to need a breaker bar. Okay. All right, that one came loose. One last bolt and we should be able to go topside and start pulling this thing out of there. I'm going to go ahead and take this last one out over here in this socket without you, and we'll come back in a minute when we're on the top side. All right guys, that rear motor mount's all unbolted, so we're ready to try to attempt to extract this thing. So I'm going to have to go down through here and we're just going to pull straight up on it. Trying to wiggle it around there. I'm trying to see what's stopping me. Oh, I'm not out of the hole on that one all the way. That one's got a really long bolt on it. Okay. Okay, we're out. Okay, so now I should be able to like manipulate it around a bit. Turn it. Let me get both hands going on this thing. Man, it just almost fell out right there. I can't go any farther that way, so I'm going to have to... Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, I need to get both hands on it, but I think it might come out without removing anything or raising the motor up anymore. So let me come back in just a second. We're close though. All right guys, I tried raising the motor up and that didn't work. So I lowered it back down and I was able to just sit and wiggle on it enough to where I can, I've got a little breathing room now anyway, so I've got a new spot. So if I can get it out of here without breaking anything. bolts sticking out catch on every daggum thing, so it makes it kind of a tough puzzle to figure out here, but I'm getting close. So we'll come back in a minute when I've wrestled this thing. There we go. Okay, come on out of there, you son of a... All right. Oh, now I can straighten my back out for a second. Man, that hurt. Okay, let's check it out. Oh yeah, look at that. She's basically only got one little spot there holding it all back together. Let's compare it with the new one. Everything looks the same. Your hardest thing on this rear one is just wrestling that dude out of there, so I would imagine the same's going to happen in reverse. When we come back, I'm going to already have this installed because I can't film that and do it at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this in, and when we get ready to tighten up the bolts, we'll come back and talk about this rear mount. All right guys, I'm not sure how I did it, but the new one dropped in a lot easier, and at least I got it in the bracket spot there. That basically now I've just got to get the bolt holes lined up. There's those 3 studs that stick down off of the bracket. I've got to get those lined up and dropped into place. And there's one that's a little longer than the rest, so that's the one I'm trying to get in first. That might have been it right there. I'm having to kind of do it blind here. I can't see the hole that I'm trying to go into. Is that it right there? That's it. All right. Yeah, once you get that rear one locked in, it drops right down into place. But I can see I'm way low, so I'm going to have to raise that motor up to get the bolt back in. But at least I should be able to go down below and start the nuts on and even tighten them up, and then raise the engine up until these line up. All right guys, I finally got that bolt back in. It wasn't easy. Had to get the motor positioned just right, and actually ended up having to jack up underneath the rear of the transmission to get that going, but we're all in alignment now. Okay, last thing to do is get that thing tightened up, and then we'll move on to the next one. I'm not going to be able to do that in this video because I'm running out of battery. Stay tuned for the next part, and we'll do the front one, the front lower mount. Until then, we'll see you next time.